Hi guys, and welcome to Pete's Fishing. Today I want to just take you through reel servicing and maintenance. So this is the book, guys. This is for beginners to intermediate, and book 2, which is coming out soon, is intermediate to advanced, which goes more into what I'm about to show you today, how to service your reel. Okay, there's a lot of information in this book, guys. How to start fishing from the word go. All the things you're going to need, everything just to get you out on the water and to have a good time. Okay, so that's the book, guys. It's my phone number. If you guys want to give me a call, or if you want to purchase the book, it's $25 a copy. If you have any general questions regarding fishing or maintenance or how to do certain setups, please feel free to either send me a text or give me a call, and if I don't answer, I'll get back to you. Just leave me your name and number. Okay, so that's my phone number, guys. That is the book. Okay, so today we're just going to talk briefly, and I'm going to show you how to service a basic reel. Now, this is going to be just the basic service. If you want to do a full in-depth service, now I'll show you that. I'll be touching on that as well, but now I'm just going to show you the basic servicing. Okay, so here we have a standard overhead reel. Okay, nothing fancy, just a standard overhead reel. All reels that are overhead will have the same sort of setup, all different sizes and whatever, but just for you guys to get the idea, this is one of my reels, so I brought it in to show you for this demonstration. Now, on the top here, we have our tension, which is we tension this to 1/3 of our breaking strain. We'll go into that in a minute, but this is your drag setting. Okay, you have your handle, your spool arm, your arm that hooks onto your fishing rod. Okay, so what are we going to do first? Okay, we undo our drag. This is our drag nut. Undo that, take it all the way off. Okay, take it right the way off. Now, our spool moves up and down. Take that off. Now, be very careful, guys. In here, you'll see there's a washer with a split arm, split pin thing. Just keep that intact, okay? There's a place where it clips into. Just make sure it's all clipped in, okay? Leave that to one side. Now, undo our handle. So we undo this, and guys, if you are right-handed, it will look like this. If you're left-handed, you can just reverse the handle to this side, your locking nut to the right-hand side. Okay. All reels, well, 99% of them should be universal to either left or right-handed. Okay, so we take our handle nut off, put that to one side. Now, this handle won't come off because I actually fixed it in place. There was a bit of damage, so I had to fix it, and it's still, but it's not going to affect what we're going to do today. Right, so 3 screws, guys. They come different, but it's the basic body will have a few screws in it. You might even have one down the bottom to hold it, depending on the style of reel. Now, one thing I must stress, guys, when you buy a fishing reel, keep the instruction manual that comes with it so you can easily service your reel and know where the parts go back into in case you forget. So for a minor service, you're not going to need too much. And if you have a look here, guys, there is a locking nut right here that you take off when you want to pull out your shaft. Today, we're not going to worry about that. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're just going to undo these 3 screws. So let's go ahead and undo them. 3 Phillips head screws. They sometimes flap loaded or Phillips head, whatever, doesn't matter. Just undo the screws that hold the body plate to the body. Okay, or body cover to the body. Now, once you've undone I got the shakes a bit today. Wasn't feeling 100% this morning, so bear with me, guys. Okay, but what we now do, if it won't pop off, just use your thin screwdriver and just pop it up. Okay, just pop it up, comes off. There we go. Now, here is our reel with the main body attached. Okay, so let me just get this lined up in here again. There we go. Okay, now in here, guys, is your main workings for your reel. Okay, always put back the reel in the reverse order that you will take it apart. This is why your book, your instruction manual for your reel is very, very important. Okay, so what you do, take that locking thing with the pin here, take it off. If you're going to do a major service, all this will come off in a small container with warm soapy water. Using a toothbrush, just clean all your bits and pieces. Okay, make them nice and clean. Get them ready to put back in. Now, every 3 months, guys, I like to just drop a little bit of lube or grease into my reels just to keep them running smoothly. Nothing worse, and it's happened to me where I've used my reel, then haven't used it for a few months, gone to use it, and guess what? Seized up. Completely waste of time. So I got into the habit that every 3 months, I'll just do a quick general service. Now, for a general service, like I said, what we're going to do, and this is the fishing reel lubricant, guys, okay? Comes like that in a tube. There's two types. There's oil and then there's the grease. You need both. I strongly recommend that for the main body, the main workings of your reel, you use grease. For all the other little arms and your line, when it comes out of your line arm here, your rod inside your spool, I recommend just a few drops of oil. Just keeps it nice and lubricated. Okay, so we've now got our reel. We've lubricated it. Let's put this back on. Okay, make sure when you put things back on, you take your time. Do not rush. Okay, you rush, you make mistakes, you forget things, you drop things, then the reel becomes useless. Once that's in there like that, you've put your grease in, body goes back on. Okay, clip your body, nice and easy. You'll hear it click into place like that. Tighten up your screws. Okay, just tighten them up. Now for full service, guys, all these will come off. These two screws will come off so I can get inside and clean the inside there. Take this one off, which takes off your bail arm. I would undo this nut to take off my shaft. The whole thing will be disassembled. Okay, then I will clean everything thoroughly. Like I said, warm soapy water. Doesn't need to be hot and whatever, just warm soapy water is enough. Clean all your things and dry them thoroughly prior to putting them back in. Okay, if you've got a hairdryer, use that, it's even better. Otherwise, just wipe it down the old-fashioned way. Now, our line spool goes back in, clicks into place. Drag nut, put it on. Now guys, when you're doing this, do not over tighten this thing. This is your drag setting. You need this to adjust the drag. Okay, and always keep your drag adjusted when you are fishing. Don't play around with it even when you get a fish, because that's where people go wrong. This is how line gets snapped. Sometimes rods will snap. You'll end up with a bird's nest if it's too loose. all sorts of weird and wonderful things I've seen in the last 40 years of me fishing, because people want to play around with their drag when they get a fish. You do not touch it. And it's in the book, guys. Everything's in the book, okay? So, now that we've finished and we've assembled our reel, put it back on our rod, hook the line through all your eyes to the very end. Once you get to the end, pull some line down, attach a ball sinker of about 2 to 5 pounds. Just attach it, wrap it through itself a couple of times, just to hold tension there, because that's going to be able to adjust your drag setting. Now, to adjust our drag setting, this is too tight. No line's going to come off that. So we go back a couple of clicks until we can get some line out. Once the line comes out, and this is how you adjust it. So this, you hold the bottom of your rod here, grab hold of your line at the top of the rod and gently pull down. Now I do mean gently. Once line comes off, if it comes off too tight, click by click until it's just coming off, right? Half a click more and that's it. Drag is 1/3 breaking strain of your main line. So 6 pound, 2 pound drag. 10 pound, you know how to work it out, yeah? It's all in the book. Everything's there. Always 1/3. 30 pound line, 10 pound drag, okay? 1/3. Now that we've adjusted our line and it's just come off, we can go ahead, set everything up. We've got it set up. Our reel's been serviced, put the rod back where it belongs until you're ready to go fishing. Now, if you do go fishing and you get a decent sized fish, I have seen people trying to turn the drag setting too high. Of course, then the fish doesn't have too much give, the line doesn't have give, it will snap it. If you've got it too loose, as you're winding it in, and don't wind in too quick, guys, I've seen too many people just doing this business. Nice, easy strokes. Lift up, pull down, and wind in the drag. Lift up, let it then go, and bring in the slack. Okay, this should not be touched if you're doing it correctly. Let the drag do all the work, all right? It's all in the book. Everything I'm showing you here. Be sure to see my next lot of videos, because what we're doing is I'm going to take you through how to make a lure, then how to tie on good strong knots that are easy to do, not fancy-mancy knots, good solid knots, and you'll be on your way to fishing. Keep practicing, guys, on bad days, windy days, rainy days, whatever it is. Practice. Fix your reels, service your rods, check your guides, make sure they're nice and smooth, there's no rough edges. Check pardon me, check the top of your rod tip. Make sure this here is nice and smooth. This is the most critical part of the reel, guys. This here is what controls your line going through it all the time, in and out. When you're winding it in, it's this part that spools here on your spool. If there's any rough edges on that, it's going to fray your line. Next thing you know, you get a fish, bang, gone. All right. See you guys on the water. Tight lines to you all. And if you do want a copy of the book, or if you do have any information, guys, please feel free to call me. I'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.